New tonight on Fox 26 KNPN, local business owners remind us to think a little smaller when shopping this holiday season. And an update on the officer who pulled the trigger, sparking riots in Ferguson. What life is like after killing Michael Brown.
And temperatures made it into the 60s today. Don't worry, winter's coming back tomorrow. Your news starts now.
Live from St. Joseph and Buchanan County to Andrew, DeKalb, and Donovan counties, this is News Press Now at 5 on Fox 26 KNPN.
We start tonight with Small Business Saturday. Hello, welcome to Fox 26 KNPN Weekend Edition. I'm Adam Waltz. Big box stores, well, they're not the only businesses that hope you get an early start on your holiday shopping. Independent stores across the country took part in Small Business Saturday. The unofficial event serves as an answer to Black Friday. Owners of stores like the Lucky Tiger in downtown St. Joseph used the day for a reminder for shoppers that national retailers are not the only option for holiday shopping. The season has started strong as Friday was the biggest sales day ever for the Lucky Tiger by 20%. Co-owner Brian Myers says he enjoys the strong support.
Well, it's important because statistics show that the more money you spend at a local business, the more of your dollars will stay in the community. And, this is something that, Chamber of Commerce will push, once a year, but local people that own local businesses try to have this philosophy, every day of the year. And we've been fortunate here that we're in the middle of a downtown community that supports us year long.
Programs like Shop St. Joseph provide another incentive for people to shop locally, giving local biz shoppers a ticket for a $10,000 drawing on December 18th. Well, President Obama and the First Daughters also took a little time shopping on Small Biz Saturday today. The president, along with Malia and Sasha, visiting Politics and Prose and a bookstore in the district. This was also the stop for the family last year for Small Business Saturday. President Obama and daughters bought a basket full of books, and he said that purchase would serve as Christmas gifts for the family. Well, one local diner traded winter clothes for chicken sandwiches today. United Way partnered with Chick-fil-A for the fourth year to collect warm clothing. The event collected coats, scarves, hats, and other winter weather apparel. During today's 3-hour drive, the United Way collected 524 items at Chick-fil-A, along with 10 trash bags of donated goods from their downtown office.
There are a lot of places that have already done coat drives and coat giveaways, but as the weather turns colder, we find that more needs pop up and crop up. And sometimes a coat or a pair of gloves, they don't last all winter long. Especially with kiddos, they might get lost or forgotten somewhere. So what we'll see on Tuesday is a lot of our partner agencies coming in to build some stock for the people involved in their programs. Maybe new clients that show up at the shelters between now and the warmer months, or kiddos in childcare that just forget their gloves one day and need them before they can go outside to play.
Since the drive in 2010, it's when it started, Chick-fil-A and United Way have collected more than 1,500 items. Well, if you were off today, I'm sure you found something great to do outside. It's almost December, but it sure doesn't feel that way. With a high of 64 degrees, people were outdoors enjoying the last bit of warmth that we're most likely to get this year. Now, all over town, people taking advantage of the nice weather by being active and just catching up on some fun. Golf courses were packed, parks were filled with families and kids, reminding them that spring, well, it's a long way from now.
It's a beautiful day, and it's probably going to be one of the last ones. And so my son and I, we come down, we walk a lap, we run a lap. His coach Eric Thacker's out here and showing him the ropes, and we just get the tennis in when we can. It's a beautiful day, and you kind of grab them when you can when it's December. I don't know if there's going to be many more days like this. I think this is the last nice day, and I'm surprised that these courses aren't full.
Looks like a lot of fun. Man, I'd love to be out there with them. Cecilia, you're saying that we're going to have to be bringing out those winter coats? I say reluctantly.
Right now I'm saying that guy must have watched our show, because he is right. It's going to be the last day like this that we see for at least a little while. If we take a check, we do see it has been beautiful today. Just a few high clouds hanging around, Plenty of temperatures making it into the 60s around the area. What we are watching is some much colder air moving through. Already starting to see a dip in those temperatures as the sun goes down. Currently sitting at 55 degrees. We do see the winds from the south at 9 miles per hour. And what we're going to see as we are heading through the overnight hours is going to be this cold front coming from the north. That's going to swing down and bring in those much colder temperatures. We do see these dark blues to our north. Those begin to come in. We're also going to see some gusty winds making it to our area as we head through the overnight hours and into tomorrow. So expect very cold, very gusty conditions through tomorrow. Our coldest day, though, it's looking like it's going to be Monday. So what we are expecting as we are heading through the rest of the weekend, cold returns as early as tomorrow. We're going to see that cold front get in here probably around sometime 5 a.m. for tomorrow morning. It's going to bring with it the windy conditions, those gusts over 30 miles per hour, but we are going to be getting warmer midweek now. We are talking about 40s, so not 60s, but it will be a little bit warmer. Adam?
Ferguson police officer Darren Wilson, who shot Michael Brown, is preparing to leave the force. His lawyers say it's a question of when, not if. Wilson has not been back to his home since his address was made public online back in August. Since then, he's living a life in the shadows. Reporter Brian Todd tells us that's continuing even after the grand jury decision not to indict him.
Despite not being indicted by a grand jury or charged with a crime in the shooting of Michael Brown, Darren Wilson is still living a life in hiding, something his lawyers say has now gone on for months. CNN has learned it began just days after the shooting in August, when Officer Wilson was mowing his lawn. He got a call telling him his home address was circulating online. Within 3 hours, he was packed and gone.
He had to leave the grass literally half mowed, and he had to go into hiding because there are death threats out against him. There are bounties that have been placed upon his life.
Since that day in August, Wilson has moved from house to house, even staying for a short time with one of his lawyers. He says he's changed his appearance, growing a beard at one point. When he goes out, his lawyers say, he often goes to movies, which offers time cloaked in darkness. In an interview with ABC's George Stephanopoulos, Wilson talked about his precautions.
From where you sit in a restaurant to, where you drive, everything has to run through your head. It's all the time you're watching, make sure no one's following you, everything. You hear or see someone look at you, then lean over and tell someone a secret, and then that second person looks at you, you're like, do they know who I am?
In recent days, the New York Times published Wilson's home address online, likely inadvertently, as part of his marriage license, though he's not believed to have lived at that home in months. His lawyers say immediately after the shooting, Wilson wanted to return to his job as a police officer. One of his own attorneys told him if he did, he could be executed in a blind alley.
It's not a great leap to think that if Officer Wilson were to start patrolling the streets of Ferguson again, that somebody sees what shift he's on, makes a call, and pulls him into a bad situation.
As for his future, expert Ron Hosko says Darren Wilson would be prudent to change his name, keep changing his appearance, put his property in a trust so that it can be shielded from public view. And he says Wilson will always have to be sharpening his awareness, his alertness. He'll likely be looking over his shoulder for quite some time. Brian Todd, CNN, Washington.
More protesters arrested outside the police station in Ferguson last night. You can just tell the tensions are still there and rising as police in riot gear move into the crowd after activists were allegedly blocking a road.
We've told them numerous times they cannot impede the flow of traffic. They decided to come out and stand on the double yellow line and stop traffic. At that point, then I'm obligated to remove them from the roadway because traffic is open. So at that point, I have to come out.
At least 15 people were taken into custody. Well, after the break, prisoners being released from America's most controversial detention center. Coming up in 60 seconds, hear what the president has in store. And a famous actor is reporting he is the victim of sexual abuse. Details on the way.